Good morning once again. In our previous session, we focused on the vision and the tools that are redefining the boundaries of our profession. We discussed how technology allows us to move from pure data analysis toward strategic empathy. Do you remember that thought? AI is not here to replace the lawyer, but to remove the tedious work that prevents them from being truly exceptional. Now that we are familiar with the tools, it is time to move from theory to concrete practices. I want to show you how to turn this technology into a daily craft. I will present precise methods for interacting with Gemini AI. And although today we are working with Google's tool, I am showing you a universal methodology that you can successfully apply to any other AI interface, such as Microsoft Copilot, Claude, or Perplexity. The goal is for AI to stop being treated as a mere text generator and become your most efficient support tool. This is the moment to ask yourself, be bold, be DubAI. Why not? Why not start applying these methods today? Before we dive into the interface, we must clarify two key concepts that are absolutely fundamental when working with generative artificial intelligence, commonly referred to as AI. First, the prompt. In the legal world, this is nothing more than a briefing. If an AI is given a vague command like, write something about lease agreements, the result will be useless. Why? Because without precise guidelines, the AI will generate generic text that fails to account for jurisdictional specifics, your client's interests, or the concrete risks that we as professionals must mitigate. Such a result is a waste of time, as it requires a complete rewrite. A prompt is a set of instructions, boundaries, and context. Instructions are the operational algorithm we impose on the technology. We specify exactly which logical operations should be performed. Boundaries are the safeguards. They define the limits the AI cannot cross, protecting us from substantive errors. Context, in turn, is the fuel. It provides specific knowledge about the case, without which the AI would have to rely on statistical probability rather than legal facts. Only the combination of these three elements ensures that the AI executes the planned task. It is worth understanding the mechanism behind this process. Generative AI does not understand content in the human sense of the word. It functions more like an incredibly advanced prediction system. Based on billions of previously analyzed documents, so-called training data, the AI calculates the probability of the next word occurring in a given context. It can be compared to smartphone autocomplete, but on a global scale. The result is not the fruit of conscious factual analysis, but the effect of a mathematical calculation of probability. This leads us to the second concept, hallucination. This is the greatest fear in our industry. AI has a tendency to generate false information when it lacks sufficient source data. It is important to emphasize that this is a deliberate feature of generative technology. Its purpose is to generate content that did not exist before. Fabricated case citations or non-existent statutory articles are the result of the algorithm's creativity, aiming to fill an information gap with new, plausible-sounding text. How do we combat this? Through grounding. Instead of asking the AI general questions, an instruction must be issued. Respond only based on this specific file that has just been uploaded. Since we know how to eliminate errors, the only thing limiting us is our own courage. Be bold, be DubAI. Why not? Analyzing the standards of AI utilization in the legal sector allows us to formulate one key conclusion. An ideal legal prompt should be based on 5 pillars. Remember this framework, as it is the foundation of the Be Bold, Be DubAI approach. 1. P for persona. What role should be assigned to the AI? A senior partner? A tax specialist? 2. C for context. What documents are being analyzed? What is the client's situation? 3. T for task. What exactly needs to be performed? Risk identification? Writing a memo? 4. S for style. What should the tone be? Compliant with professional ethics? Formal? Or perhaps accessible for the client? 5. F for format. A table? A bulleted list? A ready-to-file pleading? Let us now apply these 5 pillars in practice while working in Google Gemini. Why? Because be bold, be DubAI. Why not? We are in Google Gemini. Scenario: we have just received an extensive judgment from the UK Administrative Court in the case of R, CHO, and Lonsdale School. We need to instantly extract the court's key reasoning regarding the application of educational guidance. Let's approach this challenge with the mindset: be bold, be DubAI, why not? Step 1. Uploading the file. Step 2. Building the master prompt. As the AI processes the data, let's trace the structure of this prompt. This is the realization of the Be Bold slogan: precision over chance. First, P for persona. We imposed the role of an expert. Next, C for context. We specified a particular judgment. The third element is T for task, analyzing ground 2, which is the second ground of the claim. The fourth pillar is S for style, a tone consistent with professional standards. And finally, F for format, a concise memo. Applying these rules is our answer to the question, be bold, be DubAI. Why not? Step 3. Eliminating hallucinations. Let's add a safeguard. If the text of the judgment does not contain information on specific regulatory paragraphs for special schools in this regard, display the message, data missing. Do not fabricate citations or names of judges outside of the provided material. This safeguard strengthens the context C pillar and refines the task T. We are setting safety boundaries. This ensures the AI doesn't fill in the blanks. This is a professional approach. Why not apply this precision to every briefing? Be bold, be DubAI. Why not? What you have just seen is merely one example of a wide array of possibilities. These methods can be applied in dozens of scenarios, from automating correspondence to analyzing complex case law. Remember, prompting is a new form of drafting. It is precision of thought translated into the language of algorithms. I encourage you to experiment and implement these methods in your practice. Since technology provides us with such capabilities, only one thing remains. Be bold. Be DubAI. Why not? Thank you for our time together. If you would like to receive the instructions on how to apply the 5 pillars of effective prompting in a digital document format, please scan the QR code displayed on the screen now. See you soon!